Hey everybody, welcome to Fractured Focus, episode number 16, the show where we obsess about everything from geek culture to nerd news, along with random topics for discussion. I'm one of your hosts, Ben Gordon, alongside my brother, the illustrious Dan Gordon. Dan, how you doing?
Keeping it illustrious.
Keeping it illustrious. Yeah. And coming in live from the great state of Nebraska, the original Swino of Omaha, drinking water from Fiji, Matt Swinehart. How's the water?
Figistic.
Does it
exactly.
have that Fiji aftertaste?
It's got electrolytes. What the body craves.
Every goddamn thing we talk about in this show comes back to electrolytes. Oh, man. Fun week. You guys did the show without me. Clearly, I'm not as needed as I once thought, and I was kind of expecting by the time I come back to get a couple text message that, like, actually, we're kind of good. We don't need you anymore. So that's great. But there was a bunch of stuff that came out. I love what you guys did last week. I know you talked about Logan. I haven't seen it yet, so I haven't even watched that segment yet because I don't want to be spoiled.
It is, yeah, and there's no cutoff for when we dig into the spoilers versus spoiler free. So I think that was pointed out after the first couple minutes when Matt happened to bring it up. So I'm like, so after the fact, probably best to watch the movie first rather than trying to do that guesswork.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I could always go back and re-edit the title that says spoiler review or something, and we can add that on there too. But I'm guessing anybody that's already watched it or looked for Logan reviews has probably already seen the movie. I don't know. I know I should see it. I know it'll be really good. I just don't have that desire to go to the theater and go see it right now.
You're missing out.
Really good?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
It is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see it this week, so that's cool. But Wonder Woman trailer hit yesterday. So let's jump into that topic first. But in addition to that, there were a whole bunch of trailers last week that we can touch base on. Some of the stuff we've already seen a couple of the trailers, or at least one of these movies that's going to be coming out in the next few months. But let's start out with Wonder Woman, because we know DC, top of the heap when it comes to movies. Marvel playing catch up. They'll get there one day. Wonder Woman, all joking aside, I thought this trailer looked great. This gave me hope for now. I know we've said this, man, dude. I see your eyes roll, and I already know where the conversation's gonna go. For those of you watching that don't know where we're about to go, let me just pause, take a step back. All right, DC movies have been sucking dog shit. I like Batman v Superman. See why a lot of people were polarized about it, but overall, DC movies have not had the Marvel magic, and in fact, in most cases, I think we'd all agree that they have been less than ideal, maybe even sucking. I thought this trailer looked really good. What's you guys' thoughts?
That's DC's strength. They make a good trailer. Batman v Superman did a great trailer.
Even when I saw the Batman v Superman trailer, I thought I'm excited to see Batman and Superman on screen together, but it didn't get me pumped to see it like any Marvel movie has, where it gets you emotionally for some reason.
Yeah, it's always going to be, the trailer is always going to be a lot better than the actual film was, and that's the impression that I've gotten from Man of Steel,
right,
Batman v Superman, and even with this, and I'm sure with all the other stuff that they kind of have coming down the line, it's always they're showing us these little snippets that are really great and really emotion evoking. But when it comes down to a full movie of this, that's when things kind of tend to fall apart.
Well, that skepticism is definitely earned after what DC's done so far. Matt, you are diehard Wonder Woman fan. It's hard to even get through a day of conversations without you throwing in Diana Prince into a conversation, somewhere in between. Everybody knows this about you.
Obviously.
How do you feel about this?
I feel like her origin should remain a secret. No, I guess in regards to this most recent trailer, I'm kind of mixed on it. It's almost, I feel like they're giving away too much of the movie. Mm-hmm. And at this point, I'm wondering if I really need to go to the theater to see anything.
Yeah, but we don't even know. I mean, we can look into it based on IMDb who's cast in it, but they really didn't talk anything about the villain.
No.
Did they?
Ares, and I guess that the guy from the first Wolverine movie that played, I can't remember, Stryker.
Oh, is he the guy that's going to be playing
actor
Ares?
That played Stryker in Wolverine Origins is the bad guy, the bad German guy or whatever in this one, or British guy. Or
so he's not playing Ares, at least that we know of, right?
Not that we know of, no.
Yeah, so there's probably going to be a big twist that they haven't shown us yet. I mean, all we really know is Wonder Woman grew up on Themyscira. How are you not going to at least show that somewhat in the trailer? And aren't most trailers today basically, here's an overall summary of the movie, what's going to happen, but we won't give away the big twists. I know that we talk about that from time to time too, but I mean, we really don't know how Diana Prince comes to like even deal with a big threat other than there's a war going on, right? And I guess she needs to come out and save everybody. I mean, that's all we know from the trailer, right?
It kind of seems like she's going against her mother's wishes. I guess in that trailer, the thing that really kind of threw me off was they were trying to use accents, and they weren't very good.
You mean from the women on Themyscira?
I don't know how much of that I can watch. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, I like Gal Gadot's accent in the movie playing Wonder Woman. It has a kind of a foreign exotic. I can't pinpoint, where it's coming from, but I like that it's something different, like she's from another world, if you want to call it.
Yeah, but I think that's more her natural accent too, though.
Oh, yeah.
She's not from the U.S.
Right. Do you think that the other women weren't copying her accent as well, or what do you mean?
I just think that they were kind of trying to come up with their own.
Mm.
And the problem with a movie like this, and when you're talking about a fictional place, is there's no one dialect for these people to try to learn.
Well, it'd be funny if they sat down around the reading table and they're like, all right, Gal Gadot, we've been watching you talk for like a month straight. Now we're going to try to all copy your accent.
God. A room full of people just trying to do impressions of you.
Yeah, exactly. That's got to be a real self-esteem booster for Gal.
Yeah. Really? That's what you think I sound like?
Uh-huh. So you didn't like the trailer, though?
I like parts of it. Mm-hmm. There was some of it I don't know. I didn't have a reaction to it.
Right. It's kind of hard at this point when we've got such a skeptical view of another DC movie. Yeah. There's a woman that directed this movie. I don't remember what else she's directed before, but I mean, the action scenes looked exactly what I'd like to see from Wonder Woman. I like that they picked Gal Gadot. I think that she's the perfect person to play this. It's kind of cool that they're doing it in it's World War I, right?
Yes.
Okay, World War I setting, so it's kind of, give us a different take. And I'm assuming it's going to be more lighthearted from what we've even seen from the first trailer months ago than what we got in Batman v Superman, or even I don't even know how you compare it to Suicide Squad. That was just freaking all over the place too. But I mean, it seemed fun and lighthearted while serious at the same time, kind of within the, what do they call it, DC's view of how they're doing their movies, gritty real, if you want to call it that. Yeah. We're talking about Themyscira and Athena and gods from Greek mythology, but no, so basically this trailer for neither one of you got you excited to see it when it hits theaters.
Well, I mean, I'm not more excited to see it.
Yeah.
I like the visuals that they included in there so far, like the use of her gauntlets, even just Chris Pine's plane kind of crashing down, her diving into the water. It's very Wonder Woman-esque. So it's kind of like what you're talking about, like the way that she moves, the way that she carries herself. I think it's a strong portrayal. What's
the name of the guy, the character that Chris Pine is playing again? That's his love interest. Steve Raj? No, what is it?
Steve something.
Do you remember that? We're a geek. We're a geek show, and we don't know this shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible.
That's why we have a comment section.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Tell us what we did wrong again. Yeah. Is the one thing that kind of bummed me out, but I like that they're doing something different. I'm excited for this. Is we won't get Chris Pine's character in future movies when they're into the modern stuff, and that kind of sucks. I kind of want to see more of that relationship. I like Chris Pine, and I don't know, for me, this trailer, it did give me a little bit of goosebumps. I'm pumped for this. Weird as it is to say, and you guys feel free to lash if you want to, I'm more excited to see this than I was, even though I know Logan's a great movie. And Logan might well up being a way better movie than Wonder Woman when it comes out. Who knows? Something about just, I don't know, I'm more pumped to see Wonder Woman. I keep comparing this to the 2009, I think it was animated movie that when DC does animated movies, they kill. They're great. That Wonder Woman movie. That to me was awesome. And it seems like they're copying a lot from that, although that wasn't taking place in World War I. But I don't know. I'm pumped to see this.
Well, I guess with me, this is one of those situations where the first trailer did get me pumped up about it. This one didn't do anything. If anything, this thing just kind of, I don't want to say push me further down a rabbit hole, because I didn't buy into it anymore.
Yeah.
I could have done without this one. I thought the first one was perfect.
Well, I mean, you're clearly a woman hater. You don't like women in movies and think they should be paid less than.
That's what I got from his comment.
I'm going to take the easy route and just attack.
Their opinion.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, that's cool. Time will tell. When does this movie come out again? Wonder.
I have no idea. August.
I mean, it's got to be pretty soon now that we got the second trailer because it is this year. Let's see. June 2nd this comes out. So
June 2nd.
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll have to give it and see. Now, of course, the week I'm gone, a whole bunch of other trailers. Now, the good news is we've already done reactions for, or at least talked about them on the show, our views of some of these other movies. But there was a bunch, basically all at once. I think it was like the second day when I was in Charlotte. I see all these trailers come out. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Sometimes we're just trying to pull a topic from something we can stretch into like 10 to 20 minutes, and now there's 5 goddamn trailers, or whatever it was, in the span of a week. But let's start with the most dominant. Fast and Furious 8.
Oh my god!
Now
we're unloading both barrels on you, Matt.
Now, everybody that watches
the
this
movie
show
now.
knows that we're basically just Fast and Furious fanboys. You know, we buy every movie when it comes out multiple times. We got T-shirts. We talk about racing cars and our Hondas and stuff. I mean, look at us.
A lock of Vin Diesel's hair, which is very difficult to get.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I mean, clearly when you look at us, you think, man, I bet those guys work on cars.
And it's not the hair you think.
Thanks for watching. Nothing really changed for me about this movie. I know that I love the Fast and the Furious movies. I think that you like them. I don't know if you love them as much as I do. Matt, I know that you I don't know if hate is a correct word. Not a fan. Would that be better? Did you like any of them?
I'm not a fan. I don't hate them. I like Tokyo Drift. I like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind was that the second one with Tyrese?
Yep.
And Paul Walker? That one wasn't too bad.
You did see 4, 5, and 6 though, right? And 7?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've suffered through them. The
when
thing
he
about
says
this
shit
trailer,
like that, he loses all his credibility because those movies could have gotten Oscars for how much fun they were. But there's no Oscar for fun. You know, there's only for great acting or like special effects or screenwriting or all this crap nobody cares about.
Oh, for fun. Goes to The Crying Game.
I've loved them since they've really come together and told a story of the family, how it's come into more like I don't know if I'd call it a spy movie, but more like not adventure, more like
The Replacements.
Working a job. Yeah.
A heist movie.
Yeah, heist movies more than when they started out as just the car racing movies in the very beginning. This one, 7, was a great send-off for Paul Walker. When I saw the trailer for 8, I mean, all of them, especially in the last handful, have been characterized or labeled as over the top. I mean, you see stuff that's just special. I don't know if you call them special effects, but like when Dom's jumping off a car over a bridge onto the other one, grabs Letty in the air and lands safely. Yeah, okay, a tank coming through, and crushing over cars. Yes, this stuff is over the top. And I'm a big apologist for that stuff because I like how fun these movies are. Watching this one, you're kind of like, dude, you're making my job really hard here because I defend you guys all the time. And if you want to have like the what did they show, the submarine coming out of the ice, cool, that fits in with what you're doing. But all of a sudden, Dom's just evil. Really? We know it's bullshit. It makes no fucking sense, and it almost just annoys you that it's the complete opposite of what you hear Dom say, not only in the movies multiple times, in almost every one of them, but in every one of the trailers for all the movies. Family, family, family. And at this, he's just bad all of a sudden. I'm like,
well,
come
but
on.
they play into that a little bit in the trailers, that this looks like a blackmail type thing.
Sure.
I mean, they were a bit more ambiguous with the first one out, but this time around, they're really painting it as though he's kind of being forced into doing something he doesn't want to do.
Well, I really hope that the payoff we get for the reasoning and all this stuff is satisfying, because if it's not, and we're just like, oh, yeah, he was blackmailed, everybody knew that going into this movie, or else they wouldn't have come to see it because it seems so out of character. So everybody knows. I just hope it's rewarding. And I do have faith. If I had to gamble, I would say it probably is. Vin Diesel, who's the EP of these movies, he agrees they're over the top, but he has a lot of fun doing it, and he's really passionate about continuing what they're doing the way it's been doing and working. And I would be really surprised if he approved a satisfying reason for this betrayal. So I give him the benefit of the doubt, but I tell you what, it's hard defending this trailer to other people, especially even, Matt does love the movies. He won't admit it here on the show, but there's probably Fast and Furious posters behind all that shit everywhere that you're just hiding for the show to get.
Yeah, I put these up for airtime.
Yeah, I mean this. How much more Fast and Furious can they get?
I think they're doing 2 more.
I think
there's I think they're gonna go 8, 9, and 10. Then that's gonna be
it's
it.
like how much bigger can you go?
How much more furious can you get?
Yeah, before you get like Slim Pickens riding a nuke through the air, waving his hat. It's kind of
you know what's eventually going to happen, because if they do 8, 9, and 10, which I think is what they said they were going to do, and then that was going to be it. You know they're going to eventually have to somehow end up in space. I bet you that happens. For real.
Well, for this one,
maybe even this movie.
Yeah, well, we saw like they're including fighter jets at some point. So.
Yeah. I mean, because you're right. How do you keep getting bigger? I mean,
more
eventually
fast
you're going to have to
more
go into
furious.
Space. Yeah,
exactly.
That'd be funny if they just
Mr.
the
Furious
guy
style.
shooting up roids on a shuttle up to the moon.
If they just phoned it in for like the last one, they just called it Furiouser. Just don't even care.
Tug speaking.
Tagline: Fuck you. If you've seen the rest, you're coming to this one too. Give us your damn money. Hashtag.
Did you say Tug Speedman?
Yeah.
Here we go again. Again.
Oh, there you go, there, Tugger Nets.
So agreed. We're all going to see that opening night. Cool. Guardians 2. The new trailer for that came out. Matt, you're the resident Guardians super fan. What'd you think of the trailer?
It was all right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need it.
Yeah.
But no, I guess it introduced a couple of more people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't a bad trailer.
There wasn't like a whole bunch more. I mean, they showed Kurt Russell at the end, who's like playing his dad or something. Looked more like fun Guardians of the Galaxy stuff that everybody liked about the first one that they're going to throw in there. Not a lot more we know. I like that it's what do they call it in the cosmic realm? It's kind of so out there. It's like, well, how do you have this, explain this to someone that's not into comic book stuff? But a lot of people went to it. A lot of people liked it. I don't really have much more to say about the second trailer than we already talked about when we did the reaction for the first one. Right?
This time around, like they did some more specific identification for Mantis and Nebula, and I remember Matt, you're able to speak a little bit to Mantis's role in
she's a
in
big
Guardians.
character, right?
Yeah,
in the universe?
yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like this time they're also putting some attention towards Nebula too, and this is kind of where I kind of fall short on expertise as far as how she fits into the group as well. She's a prevalent character in Guardians, but not that prevalent.
She's not one of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, I mean, but within that,
not in the comic book universe.
Okay. She's not in the comic book universe at all?
No, she's within that, but she's not a member of the Guardians.
Yeah, that's true. But her role, as far as how they're putting it into this particular storyline, that still fits within how she's kind of portrayed in the comics too.
Is she a big major character in the comics?
No.
Okay.
She has a few issues
She
here and
looks
there.
hot.
Yeah.
Antennas
Well,
do
she
it
has
for
that
me.
going for her.
Yeah.
I've never told anybody that
Gonna
before.
stick this
Antennas
metal plate
do it
on
for
her
me.
face, and
I like that we can share.
Oh, you're talking about Mantis?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was
Who are
talking
you?
about
What did you say? Nebula?
Nebula.
This is why I get all these comments like, you don't know what you're talking about. No, I have a slip of the tongue a lot, okay? Nebula's the one played by, Jillian Jacobs? Is that her name? The redhead? I don't know. Whatever it is. She's the blue one that's the sister of, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
adopted sister.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mantis is really hot. I like her antennas. I've already confided that to you guys stuff, too. I thought she was cool. That's cool. Well, do you guys have anything else that you want to talk about for Guardians, too? That was cool.
No, I'm
Pumped
excited
to see it.
Mm-hmm. If my wife will let me. Happens to be our anniversary.
Great date night.
Dude.
Everybody wins.
Take her to the movie. Say it's the most romantic. Remember that scene where Mantis from the trailer is saying feelings of love and stuff like that? You can spin that.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is a chick flick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have some of that stuff like they did for Deadpool.
Yeah.
What'd your wife think of Deadpool?
She liked it.
I bet. Okay, cool. Yeah, pumped to see it. This is why you come to the show. You get all kinds of great insights from a trailer where we basically give you almost no information. Alien Covenant trailer, and we actually get to see the xenomorph, the alien itself. I'm fucking jacked for this. I'm pumped for this movie. You guys see that one?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is one where the second trailer to me helped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like that apparently, I don't remember if we talked about this before, there's like a time gap between Prometheus in this one, and they are landing on the same planet as the crew that the main heroine and half of the robot from Prometheus left and landed on, but they're going to this planet for a different reason. So we're going to see Michael Fassbender play 2 versions of the android, which is going to be cool. Ridley Scott was even saying he loves Alien and could do another 6 Alien movies. I'm just pumped to get to the whole reasoning of how did the xenomorph come to be. But I mean, how cool is that seeing the actual face hugger and the xenomorph and all that type of stuff? Apparently, this is going to be quite the horror movie. A lot of blood.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
McBride.
Yeah. And you know what?
Yeah.
You know that he's not going to play the same silly character
Oh,
that he has
no.
in other ones.
No.
But he'll bring some funny humor to the movie, I'm sure. And last but not least, I'm pumped for this. I love these movies. The new Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Pirates of the
Lot of
Caribbean.
nope.
Do you remember when we went to see that in college and everyone was just wowed by that movie, how awesome it was, and how great
First one?
Yeah.
And I know when they remade it the next 3 times.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, yeah.
I love Johnny Depp playing Captain Jack Sparrow. And I guess we're going to see Will Turner come back into this one.
Yep.
They teased in the trailer like the final adventure, but then the producer of the movie said, no, if it does well, we could do more. And I'm like, then why'd you put the word final in the trailer? But
Bring in those people.
Obviously, if it does more.
yeah. And then the guy that's playing the new villain, the dead pirate or whatever, love him. Can't remember his name. He's the guy from No Country for Old Men and a bunch of other stuff. That looks cool.
Yeah.
You guys pumped to see that one?
No.
No? Jesus.
I'm
You
sorry.
guys.
Again, like I'm kind of with Matt on this. I thought the movie was great, but all they're doing is now we don't have Keira Knightley. We have another young girl.
Is she not going to be in this one? If Will's going to be it, she's got to be, right? Maybe they'll have a surprise. Who knows?
No idea. Maybe they can't afford the catering budget with her. No, the first 3 movies were fine.
Mm-hmm.
Close it out as a trilogy. They didn't need to make the 4th, and this is now the 5th.
4th wasn't
right?
as good, but I still liked it. Yeah.
Eh.
Well, dude, you don't get into the Fast and Furious movies, so
Yeah.
credibility. No, that's fine. To each their own. Ladies and gentlemen, tell us, and more specifically, tell these motherfuckers how wrong they are and how jacked you are for all these other movies. And if you don't feel that way, don't comment. Don't let me know.
There you go. Yeah.
And I'm sure
I don't want
that'll
people
work,
to agree
right?
with
I'm
me.
sure everyone's going to be like, oh, he said no. Better not comment. Let us know what you think in the comments below regardless.